Hey dolls and friends, welcome back and thanks so much for spending part of your day with me. If you're new here, my name is Amber Michon and on this channel I create high-end farmhouse inspired home decor using majority of a Dollar Tree or other affordable items. But if you're not new, hey doll, hey. So in today's video, I'm sharing with you some brand new Valentine's DIYs. These are all Pinterest inspired. I love going on Pinterest to get tons of inspiration because the creativity is limitless over there. So I wanted to use my creativity and have my own take on some of these DIYs that I have. I know I talk a lot in my intros. I can't help myself. This is just me. This is who I am. So take it or leave it. Anyways, these Valentine's DIYs are super easy for you to create. They all cost me $1 or less because I had a lot of stuff on hand. Anyways, I really hope you guys do enjoy this video, and a portion of this video is sponsored by Rose Forever, where you can purchase some quality roses that last forever. And I'm not joking, they last forever. Really, they last up to a year. But I will talk more on that later on in the video. So I hope you guys do enjoy this video. If you do, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. And if you're new, I love what you see, but also love all things home decor, DIY on a budget. I would also appreciate if you consider subscribing and hitting the bell right next to it so you're notified every time that I upload. All right, dolls, let's go ahead and jump right in. For this DIY, I'm using all dollar products, not from Dollar Tree. This tag sign actually came from the Goodwill, but it was still only 99 cents. Somebody made this sign, but I'm just going to remake it or redo it. And then I have this double like heart and a heart from the Dollar Tree and some puzzle pieces from the Dollar Tree. You can get, I got this actually puzzle when the Dollar Tree was still $1. I've just been using this puzzle for like the longest. Anyways, all I'm going to do is use the insert heart of that framed out heart, and I'm going to just take out a bunch of my puzzle pieces and cover the heart up. I'm just going to use some hot glue to adhere everything or all the puzzle pieces to the heart. Now, I've done this DIY in the past, like 2, maybe 3 years ago, where I painted all of the puzzle pieces, but I didn't put the puzzle pieces on top of a heart. I just kind of shaped my own heart with the puzzle pieces, but this way is so much easier, y'all, like so much easier. I'm not even sure how many puzzle pieces I use. I just did it all and layered it all until I could not see the wood heart anymore. And then I am going to use my crimson colored chalk paint and then give this 2 good coats of paint, making sure I'm getting in between all of the little holes to get the puzzle pieces that are layered at the bottom. As that's drying, I'm going to take my tag sign, remove all of the decorative ribbon and everything, cover the front with some brown craft paper, and then use the back side as my now front. I'm going to use my heat tool to remove that tag off of it and sand it down just so I can get a smooth surface on there. And then I'm going to paint this using my Waverly chalk paint in white, and I'm going to do 2 coats on that. I did go back and sand down the edges of my tag sign. So after everything is painted and dried, I'm then going to weed out my phrase that says "love you to pieces." I just cut this out on my Cricut Joy, and I will have the font in my description box below there for you. If it's not there, somebody write me a comment and I will put it back there, but it should be down there. And then I just transfer that over using my Cricut transfer tape and put it at the bottom of my sign. Then I'm going to take this farmhouse black and white what is this, polka dot ribbon, and just hot glue it at the top and the bottom of the tag sign. I just think it needed a little bit more decorative touch or look to it, give it a little bit more dimension. And then hot glued my puzzle heart right onto the middle. And I'm going to use some jute cord that I got from Walmart and fish through 3 16mm beads through the top. I probably should just use 2 and then tie it off or knot it at the top for my hanger. And that's it for this one. I think it's super adorable, really cute, super duper easy. If you don't have a Cricut, just use some rub-on transfers, or you can freehand write it yourself.
All those lonely nights and heartbreaks, and I feel misplaced without you. Why don't we go back to, why don't we go back to, never wanted to end it like.
So as I stated, this portion of the video is sponsored by Rose Forever. Rose Forever is a New York-based company that sells roses that last all year long. I truly love their product. Their roses are beautiful. And I got this heart-shaped velvet container. It is so, so pretty. I love the black sleekness to it. It's so modern, so fresh, and just so high-end looking. I got mine paired with some ivory roses, and it's just so beautiful. But I think you guys should go ahead and head to their site. Valentine's Day is almost here. So why not splurge a little bit for that special someone in your life? No matter if it's a partner, a spouse, a parent, any loved one, even your kids. I remember growing up, my dad used to always get me and my sister some roses or flowers, period, for Valentine's Day. But Rose Forever has tons of different options for you to choose from. They have this new crystal case. I just saw this. I'm not sure how long it's been on the site, but I think it is absolutely gorgeous to display in your home. And you guys, they last all year long. So why don't you check out their site? I'm sure you will find something that you love. Like I said, I got the heart-shaped black velvet box, but they also have options for mini roses as well. So if you're looking just to get something that lasts a year but is beautiful also, you can get this set of 3 mini roses in these black containers. Equally such a good gift to give. I personally always love the pink suede container that they come in. I think it's just beautiful with any color roses that you choose. So y'all, go on the site, use my code DIY with Amber 25 and you get $25 off. But hey, there's more. You also get 60% off on all bouquets for their special Valentine's Day sale that they have going on until February 15th. Win-win in my book, if you ask me. Again, my code is DIY with Amber 25 to get $25 off. And don't forget about their special Valentine's Day sale. That is 60% off on all bouquets up until February 15th. Thanks again to Rose Forever for sponsoring that portion of the video. All right, let's get back to the DIYs. For the next DIY, I'm taking some of these these square dowel rods. I actually picked these up from Amazon. They're in my description box in my Amazon store. So just go down there and you will find the ones that I normally get. And I'm just going to take my miter shears and cut down some pieces. I'm just going to randomly cut them. I'm not measuring them. I'm just looking to see what size I like. So I cut down a few pieces and already painted a couple of them white just to make sure that that is the look that I wanted. I cut down 5 pieces because these are going to be little people. Pinterest has all of the little wood pieces with the wood beads as their heads. So now that there are 5 people in my family, I did 5 pieces and then just painted them using some Waverly chalk paint and white and did 2 coats. I also had this spare or scrap wood piece in my little pile. It was perfect for this. I wanted to do a stand. I know a lot of these DIYs or these craft pieces, decor pieces don't have stands on it, but I really wanted one. So I painted that black. And then what I'm going to do is just arrange my little wood people the way that I want. I actually put the piece that I cut the wood off on the bottom because they were a little uneven. But as long as I put hot glue onto the bottom and push it down, it would make it a little bit more even. So I just lined them up and then hot glued them down to my little stand, and it's pretty perfect. I actually really love adding the stand to it instead of not doing that. I felt like it just gave it a little better touch and look to me anyways. And then I'm taking an assortment of size beads. I also haven't seen this done before where people take different size beads, but I wanted to do that. So the 2 larger beads are 20 millimeter beads for me and my husband. The 2 smaller ones are 16 millimeter for Caleb and Isaiah. And the smallest one I think is an 8 millimeter bead. And that is for my little pretty girl Phoebe. So that's at the last one. And then I just took this is actually gift trim from Hobby Lobby that I got around Christmas time, and I'm just gonna hot glue some of these pieces around. It's just like some red ribbon, some pearls, and some twine. I just wrapped a couple pieces towards the bottom of it. I couldn't really go in the middle because I did Phoebe's little person a little too small. So yeah, I just wrapped that around the bottom and then hot glued a wood heart onto the middle. That's it for this one. Love it. Super adorable, super easy, and I really think it's so cute.
It's like something feels different from back then. Why don't we go back to
next up, I'm taking a wood house that I got from Hobby Lobby, or Michael's. Actually, it was only $1. You can get it from Dollar Tree if you want, but it was literally only 99 cents from Michael's. Then I have another just chalkboard heart from the Dollar Tree and some buttons I got from Dollar Tree. These buttons I've had for years on years, and they were only $1 when I got them. So everything I'm using really is just from my stash. I painted my house white. I did that 2 coats, and then I am going to use these black buttons. I thought about just using an assortment of color buttons, but I really wanted to keep kind of a neutral black, white, and just a little bit of a red theme to this video or to these DIYs. That's where you only see just a little bit of red on everything, except for this DIY. So I just take all of the bigger black buttons, layer them on the bottom, and then layer my smaller beads on top of it. And this is what it looks like once I am done. Then I take that polka dot, black and white polka dot ribbon again, and then just hot glue it onto the trim of my house just to give it a little bit more of a decorative touch and look to it. And I think it turned out so cute. I also did sand down the edge of my house as well with using my finger sander, just to give me my farmhouse charm look to it. And then I hot glue my button heart right onto the front middle, and that is it for this one. Don't need any phrases or words. I think it's adorable as is and super easy to create.
Honestly, I'm open wide. I don't feel like waking up without you by my side. I still see your silhouette.
For the last DIY today, I have this piece of scrap wood. This is actually from Caleb. You can see his name here. Caleb is in black belt karate, and he broke this wood board in one of his classes for one of his tests. So I thought it would be super cute if I made this over. He gives me all of these pieces because he's so proud of it, and why not just make a craft out of this? And just I left the back with his name and his little figurine that he put on there. I just thought it was so cute. Caleb absolutely loves when I make things with things that he brought home. He loves to have me display it in my craft room around the house. So I thought it'd be so cute. And I mean, come on, it's a fun, conversation to have when people look at it in my home. So anyways, I took some square dowel rods. These are some smaller square dowel rods that I just bought from Amazon. So again, they're in my Amazon store. I just measured my the perimeter of my sign so that way I could frame out the sign, and I just cut down the wood pieces with my miter shears again, and then I'm using some painter's tape to put down to score out. I'm making a tic-tac-toe kind of thing, and then I just use some white chalk paint and give this 2 coats. Now I did have to cut down my painter's tape in these thin pieces. I thought I had washi tape to be able to do this a little bit easier, so I would recommend using washi tape instead of trying to measure out how thin you want your painter's tape to be, because it actually took me a long time, and I did that off camera because that would be painful for you to watch. So anyways, use some washi tape. It'll be so much easier, I promise. Then I decided to take a black paint pen, paint marker, whatever you want to call it, and outline my rows. I honestly wanted to keep them this natural wood color, but it looked really weird to me when I was up on it. This is that type of craft that I should have walked away from and come back, because now that I'm looking at it as I'm doing this voiceover, I'm like, you should have left it with that natural wood color, because I'm leaving the frame in the board in the natural wood color. So yeah, but anyways, that's why I'm just sitting here like, should I have left this natural wood and not outlined it? But yeah, so I outlined it, and then I had to go ahead and color it in. I just started to use these paint markers and paint pens. I thought that it would be so much easier and a great alternative to a Cricut, because I know a lot of you don't have Cricut. So I've been wanting to try new things instead of using my Cricut all the time. So I put my X's and O's in my sign, and then drew my heart using a red paint marker or paint pen, and I am going to fill everything in. It's not going to look like this. I'm just going to kind of shade everything in. This is what it looks like once I shade it in. Now these are the 2 paint pens or markers I've been using. The thicker one is from Walmart. It's the Painter's Black marker I've had for a long time. And then this black one, I'm trying to focus it for you. It's from this box that I got from Amazon. It's an acrylic paint marker. And I really like the Walmart brand because it's a thicker like tip. But the one from Amazon, I mean, it still works really well. You have to wait for a while for it to come down to the tip to fill in. But it worked really, really well. You can see here me shading in and coloring in. It's not bleeding. The white paint isn't coming off. It's actually a really good alternative if you don't, if like Walmart or any craft stores doesn't have the colors that you want, or instead of having to buy one by one, you can just buy a whole box. Like my box came, I think 18 came in there, and that's where the red one came from as well. So I just shaded everything in, made my X's and O's a little bit thicker, and then colored in my heart. And I think it turned out super adorable, super, super cute. After that was done, then I just framed out my sign using my square dowel rods and hot glued those into place the way that they need it to be. And that's it for this one. It'll stand up on its own, but if it doesn't stand up, just put some like Jenga pieces or another spare or scrap wood piece that you have onto the back side for it to stand up correctly. But yeah, that's it. I love it. I think it's adorable, and I absolutely love that it's one of Caleb's karate pieces.
We go back to, why don't we go back to your bedroom?
That's all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, then make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Be blessed, stay safe, and I will see y'all on the next one. Bye. Yes or no? Yes or no? Do you wanna? What do you want? What do you want? Look, I got two babies. Look at this. We don't do that. We don't do that around here. I was gonna have Phoebe say hi to the people, but she's asleep. Plus it's time for her to eat. Oh, she woke up. Look at those eyes. Oh, never mind. So I know some of you will probably be like, why don't you do this when the baby is not, with you, or when you can do it alone? She's always with me. That's not a thing. So I gotta do this when I can. And it just so happens that she would not stop crying until I held her. So, this is where we're at, and this is where we're going to be, and I'm fine with that. If you're not, you do you, boo. Y'all know what I say, you do you. She's all congested. She has a doctor's appointment in a little while, so hopefully her doctor can tell me what I can give her or what to do. Anyways,